Hello, this is Jennifer with Women Loving Jesus, and today we're on Proverbs 14:1. The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. Looking at this verse, what it's telling us is just really the management of the house. And they are focusing on the woman in this instance. And I do think it's supposed to be. Now, I do realize, like 100,000 years ago, the responsibilities and the chores of the woman and man are different than they are today. And I don't think this verse is saying that, okay, this is definitely what the woman does and this is what the man does. But I think we're supposed to recognize that the woman does play a part in what the managing of the household accomplishes and the direction that it goes. And it is important for women to recognize that and take that responsibility and make sure that we use it to grow and help others, and we're not tearing it down and being unwise with it and mishandling it. Now, I wanted to break down that there are different ways to manage the household. We have physical management of the household, which just means chores and food and time management and all those little things of chores and how you get things done in the household. There are financial managements of the household, obviously how you pay bills, what you spend your money on, how you manage the finances in the house. The third is a social relational management of the household. And sometimes I think women are not as aware of this, but not that we can take responsibility for how others feel in their emotions, but as a woman trying to lead our household, what kind of relationships are we focused on? Are they cooperation, love, respect, patience? Or is it anger, resentment, impatience, right? So that's what we're talking about with the social relational. And the last one is just morally, spiritually. How we are obedient to God, how we run our household according to what God says. This is not on Sundays necessarily, and maybe it is you're taking them to church, but this is also day in and day out. What does that mean for managing your household? Now that I broke those down into 4 components, the first thing I want to say is, first of all, this isn't about perfection. There is a lot of grace and growth. As you're managing households, it's going to change over time, and you're going to learn and you're going to grow. And it's about that. And it's not about reaching some standard that you feel like maybe others are putting on you, or that it has to look a certain way. This really can be very flexible. It doesn't mean that everybody's eating dinner at the same time with the same food. Okay, basically, is what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of flexibility about when you eat, and how that may look for you and your family. And a lot of you could be managing right, even though you're eating at different times and eating different food, and what it means for your family. Now, not providing food at all would be mismanagement. Maybe changing when you eat food, what kind of food you eat over time, is the growth that you show with managing your household and learning about it. This process isn't going to be completed day one as soon as you have a household. It is a process and a journey through life. And as long as you're continued focused on these things of, let me try to do better and not do worse, and be aware of them and not just brush them aside, then the Lord will help you honor that. And it will be more toward building the house and not tearing it down. I pray that the Holy Spirit has taken this word today and has encouraged you, and I thank you for listening.